A FAM production for all things mattress. FAM.news.
Probably the biggest announcement we've had here on the Dos Marcos show as it relates to the FAM, which means for all things mattress. Or does it? Today it changes. And how do we launch into a brand new category? You have to find the exact perfect person. And we think there's only one person on the planet that can help us get into the furniture industry, and he's on the show today, the Dos Marcos show, with our dear, dear friend, R.A. You'll know what it means coming up in a minute. Is here, and it begins in 60 seconds. Want more sales in 3 easy clicks? Yeah, it starts right now at doorcounts.com. With a completely redesigned user interface, gathering data has never been easier. Click number 1, your salespeople connect with the customer as they walk through the door. Click 2 is the outcome. Click 3, key performance metrics, right there on your phone from anywhere at any time. Now your salespeople can spend their time selling, and DoorCounts is going to gather the data you need to make your business better. Start right now at doorcounts.com.
Driven entrepreneurs, listen up. It's time to team up with Nationwide Marketing Group, North America's most successful network of independent retailers. You'll gain access to programs and services that level the playing field between you and the national chains. Industry-leading digital marketing, increased buying power, exclusive networking events, and of course, their awesome learning platform. Nationwide Marketing Group is the business partner that helps you get results and stay ahead of the competition. Take the first step today and visit nationwidegroup.org.
Welcome to the Dos Marcos Show with Mark Kinsley and Mark Quinn, where mattress and furniture leaders gather to grow, get the inside scoop, tell stories, and take tequila shots.
Uno, dos, tequila!
Welcome aboard. Here's your passport to a planet filled with the mattress industry's brightest minds and biggest ideas. Meet your guides.
I'm Mark Kinsley, President and CEO of Englander.
And I'm Mark Quinn, co-founder of Spink & Co. and VP of Sherwood Bedding.
Together, they are Dos Marcos.
The galaxy's greatest mattress podcast has liftoff in 3, 2, 1.
And boy, we don't just have liftoff, do we, Kinsley?
It's like
you got me.
It's like we are on a different planet right now. What a big day.
That's the whole thing. And I am so freaking excited. So I have to tell a quick backstory, you guys. When Kinsley and I were talking about the name of this show, or the media property, the FAM, I had this great idea and I was so excited, and I was going to, I sold the concept to Kinsley for 15 minutes and then, hey, that's great, but how about the FAM instead? Because then we can grow into other verticals. For all things mattress is where we start, but it shifts quickly into furniture and mattress, and then maybe someday furniture, appliance, and mattress. Anyway, and we're like, okay, that's fine, but if you're going to get into furniture, that's a big deal. You and I aren't furniture guys, Kinsley. We're mattress guys. And so then you say to yourself, okay, who do you go to that's freaking brilliant, incredibly smart, and handsome? And so we decided to get 2 out of the 3, and we brought Ray Allegrezza in, who we think is the godfather of furniture industry. And Ray, we are so fired up because you're going to be part of what we're doing, and you are going to help lead us into the furniture category as, are you ready? The editor at large for the FAM, Furniture and Mattress. Welcome to the FAM, baby.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So here I am.
Well, Ray, for people who don't know, you were the editor-in-chief at Furniture Today for how many years?
I think over 20 years, believe it or not. I mean, I started obviously by my boyish looks when I was 3, but I led the paper, I guess, 97. I joined the paper. By 2000, I was running the paper, and I was there until I retired a few years ago. So it was quite a interesting tenure and a good ride.
And now, Ray, you're the executive director of the International Home Furnishings Representatives Association. And of course, furniture and mattress reps and people that rep all kinds of different products, a huge piece of this industry. So you're able to see the business from the vantage point of being editor in chief at Furniture Today for more than 20 years and now running IFRA as the executive director. Talk a little bit more about that experience and how you see the furniture industry. Like, take us into the mind of Ray Allegrezza a little bit.
Well, that's a scary thought to get into my mind, but right now I think, boy, kind of like being an English major, Kinsley, you can relate. You know, the best of times, the worst of times. It was the spring of hope, the winter of my despair. The industry is at a crossroad, and there are very few, you know, the industry is literally at a crossroad, and I don't see anybody, I don't see many people on the horizon with a beacon. And I think you two guys are playing a part of that by your content and by your direction. And I wanted to get on that train because it's exciting, and I think it's much needed. There's never been more challenges, as you know, and I believe there's never been more opportunity.
Well, Ray, we are so excited to have you here. And now that we've evolved, and the FAM means furniture and mattress, we could not do this without you, literally. And you're somebody that Mark and I, in our private moments, have talked about looking up to because of your creativity and your energy and your perspective. And right out of the gates, here we go. The very first story that you're going to publish on the FAM is with the CEO of Wayfair. I mean, Nurse Shah and you have a friendship, and because you brought him to the betting conference or the leadership conference years ago, and you've maintained a friendship and a connection with Nurse, and here he is, coming alongside you to give his perspective on the industry. Talk about when you first met him and what that was like and what he said to you and what was the reaction of the crowd in the room.
Well, it was really interesting. You know, Wayfair has gone through many iterations, and prior to Wayfair, they were CSN stores where they combined many different product and websites under one roof. But before that, when he first started, they were just like bookcases.com or endtables.com. But I saw something there, and I said, we really need to bring that to the community at large, you know, to the older lions of the industry. And so he came, and I'll never forget, he got up there, and very meek and humble man. And he said, you guys probably don't know me, and but I just want to tell you I'm here because we're selling furniture, and we think the day is going to come when we'll be selling big pieces of furniture, sofas, bedroom suites, etc. And you know, I'm here to tell you, if they buy it from us, they're really not going to be buying it from you. So during the break, one of the presidents of a company whose name we'd all know grabbed me and said, what the hell did you bring this guy here for? What is he all about? And I said, you really need to know. You're looking at the future of this industry, or a portion of the future. And it's incumbent upon me as the editor of this publication to put you guys together and talk and learn from each other. And the crowd, I'd have to say, was almost rude to him because they thought what he was proposing was preposterous.
So, Ray, you know, what you're talking about really fires me up, and I'm gonna rewind a little bit my personal connection to you. I just have to tell you, like, I'm really grateful because when I was young and coming up in the business for a long time, you were the one guy who, regardless of what I was doing, was always, maybe I should blame you for some things too. You were always the guy poking me. Yeah, right, exactly. But you were the right, and I always felt like there was such good intention with that. And you're like, hey, look, you're doing cool stuff, and keep pushing, and don't stop with that. So I loved that about you, and so I always felt this kindred spirit with you because I think that's who you are. And the other part I think that you fit so well with Mark and I on is that you're so driven by purpose, and your purpose is part of it anyway, is that you love this category and you love people in the furniture business. You love the business itself. You love the industry, and you want to serve people. You want to help. You're not doing it because you're trying to. You don't need to work. You should. You're quite happy being retired, but you just want to serve the industry, and I love that. And it goes back to the Wayfair guy, right? Because here you are trying to serve the industry and say, hey, here's this guy, and this is what's coming, and you guys need to pay attention, or it's going to smack you in the face at some point. And so that is the enthusiasm that you attack the category with. Talk to us a little bit about that. Like, what is it now as you look going forward and in your chance to be part of what we're doing? What is it that's driving you? What's inspiring you right now for that?
I think that what so many people in this industry never focus on, and I'll throw this back. I'll be a sophist and answer your question with a question to both Marks. Have you ever been, and I'm sure you have, in someone's home when they've taken delivery of a new piece of furniture or bedding or a new mattress? There's this touchy-feely, oh my God, they're happy, they're proud, they want to show it up. We've made their lives better. We've made them feel happy. But I grew up in an industry that was the no-no-nos. No down payment, no interest, don't pay for it for 43 years. We send the signal that what we do can't have much value because you don't have to pay for it for 15 years. And I think that's a sin. I think it's a shame. And I think we're dealing ourselves, the ace of spades. It's not the message we should be bringing. And I basically got bored being retired when I had an opportunity to work with IFRA. I said, I want one more chance to get our collective ball, home furnishings, into the end zone. I want people to really understand what we do, the intrinsic value. We never talk about the beauty of this business. It's always about the problems, the backstabbing, the issues. And when you've seen a woman take delivery of furniture and she has her friends over and she's proud as hell and she feels good, we never celebrate that. And I'd like to see if I could maybe shed some light on that.
Ray, you told us one of your biggest concerns for this industry is lack of creativity and lack of young talent. Do those two things map to what you just described?
Yeah, I really think so, because the younger people see things differently because they're new eyes, and they know new technology, they know platforms that I don't know, and so we've got to encourage them to come in and make this industry as good as it can be. I mean, God, you talk about product parity. I credit you mattress guys. You had to be more creative than furniture because, we could talk about some differences in furniture, and yet I'd walk into a bedding shop, and even though I was in the industry, if you put a gun in my head and said, tell me the difference between that $5.99 and that $35.99, you'd have to blow my brains out because I didn't know. But the mattress guys really took the lead, and you've convinced me that with the right mattress, I will sleep better, have more action, be luckier in love, live longer, as opposed to buy that sofa, like $3.99. So congratulations to you guys. You've showed the furniture people what's possible with imagination, creativity, and strong messaging.
I remember when I first got into the industry a decade ago, I remember just trying to figure out the lay of the land. And people would tell me all of the action is over on the mattress side of the business. That's where the creativity and the marketing and the big dollars were being spent. And that created a pull effect into furniture stores a lot of times. I mean, back then, sleep shops were on the ascension. But I think you're right. I mean, I think we have on the mattress side of things collectively as an industry done a very good job of messaging around the benefits of the product. And I think there's huge opportunity on the furniture side to do the same things. And Quinn and I would probably sit here and go, that fight is not over, because we still need to make sure that we're connecting mattress and sleep accessories to the benefits of a good night's rest. And we still fail to do that at scale, but a lot of people are doing a much better job of it. So I'm excited to see how, with our connection here through the fam, we're going to be able to trade ideas and learn from you, and hopefully the good stuff from the mattress business can be tossed over the fence to the furniture side of things and have a good effect there too. And we want to tell the stories that are out there, the stories that aren't being told, the stories that matter to people, that help them grow their business, stories that are useful. And one of the things that we're going to be doing that I'm super excited about, I'm going to be your first listener, is Ray, you're going to do a podcast on the fam too. So we're going to get your first season out. And I know, I'm pretty excited that the guy who is now part of the fam, the Godfather himself, is able to make his first phone call to the CEO of Wayfair. So I can't wait to see who you get on your show. You can give us a preview now, or you can play those cards close to the vest, however you want to do it, Ray.
Well, let's just say this: there are many topics that the industry whispers about. Everybody knows them, and nobody ever puts a spotlight on them, or even a pen light. And I just went to the store and I got a couple of 9-volt batteries, and I think it's time to shine the light on these topics that everybody really wants to know about, and do it in a way that's fair, balanced, and equitable. But let's tell the truth.
So, Ray, when you do that, when you're at Furniture Today, you helped build one of the most successful media properties inside the trade, right? Furniture Today is incredible. You guys did a great job with them, but there are some things happening that people aren't talking about. So give us a little hint, so one of them, right, pulled the string out on a little bit. We talked about the logistics of everything that's going on, right? And you think that there's a lot there that should be talked about. And a lot of that conversation isn't happening necessarily. Why do you think that is?
I just wonder if publications, regardless of title, are afraid of alienating people, stepping on toes, maybe ruffling the feathers of some advertisers. But case in point, on the supply chain and the logistics, we've seen over the past year and a half, container prices go from $2,700 to $27,000, and everybody quickly reports that. But that's yesterday's news. When is somebody going to go to these ocean freight guys and say, help us understand? Where do you draw the line between justifiable price hikes and piracy on the high seas? Well, I'd like to talk to them. I'd like the fam to respectfully talk to them and have them help us understand and bring clarity to that issue. That's just one topic.
If we have to rent a boat and put you out to where these barges are anchored and climb on board and say the fam is here and raise up that fam flag and get some answers, we're going to do it.
I just want to check your budget first, because today I read the LA Port and Long Beach, they're charging these boats $100 a day for being late, and then $100 every day after that. So as long as we got the budget, maybe I'll take an inflatable raft so I could just we won't get charged.
First class for you, Ray. That's all it is, baby. First class.
I love it.
Well, you have a lot of relationships here, and we're excited. Mark and I are excited, maybe selfishly more than anything, just to learn from you, because we look at guys like you who've been around the industry for a long time. We don't know enough about the furniture category, or as much as we'd like. But Ray, there's one thing we know for sure, is that there's a lot of opportunity in it. And there's a lot of really good mattress producers and manufacturers. And there's a lot of them, kind of to your point earlier, that are in the furniture business. And we think we can get them out of the furniture business and get them into the home business or the fulfill my life business or make a room for me business that I'm going to spend, all of my, most cherished family around this dining room table that will, every time I sit at it, we're going to remember all the incredible conversations we had. Like that's the business, right, Ray? And so I know that's what inspires you, and there's a lot to do there.
Absolutely. Yes, it's commodity, it's logistics, it's moving boxes with furniture. But at the end, we can never lose sight of really who's buying this and why they're buying it. When I first joined the business, I met Nat Ansell, and I got a chance to ask him one question. So I try to be like a Barbara Walters and said, if there's one thing you could teach me to make me successful, what is really the end goal of this business? And he said, the consumer wants to put together a beautiful room and doesn't want to hear her friends snickering when they walk out. It's our job to help her understand how to execute that vision. And that always stuck with me. And I don't think we've lived up to that because we focused on price and everything but, and I think we need to push that closer to the front of the line.
And push it we shall, with you holding the reins. And hey, Ray, is there anything that you want to say to this audience? People that may have had a connection with you in the past, people that may want to get in touch with you. Of course, you can always send an email to info@fam.news and we can get you in touch with Ray. But what do you want to say as you're out there kind of beating the carpet again and telling some of these stories and, rekindling some of those relationships that you had on the furniture side of things when it comes to the storytelling aspect? What do you want to say to this audience?
I think there are hundreds and hundreds of wonderful untold stories about people, about vision. One of the things that really helped me succeed at the paper was people would talk to me, and I would talk to people all day long, and they knew if they told me something and said this is off the record, it stayed off the record. So I never really went away, but now, having joined the fam, I'm back, hopefully better than ever before. And I encourage all the people that know me, if there's a topic, if there's something that they think nobody's writing about, that they should, that it's important, holler at me. We'll take a look at it. And we'll run with it where we can and where it makes sense. And we will treat every story the way it deserves to be treated. And it will be presented fairly, equitably, and balanced. And I think that's our mandate. That's what I try to do at the paper. I'm like chomping at the bit to get started and working with you two guys because I love what you've done. And I'd love to see if we can replicate that for the furniture industry.
And I'm confident we can. I mean, we have such a unique little just platform here, and it's this campfire that we want everybody to gather around and share stories and share ideas and come away better and more connected than they were before. And one of the cool things is, I mean, be sure right now you are subscribed to the FAM audio stories. You can get it on Spotify, you can get it on Apple Podcasts, but every single piece of written content that we have on our site on fam.news gets turned into an audio version of that story. So you can get your mattress and furniture news on the go directly into those earbuds the moment it hits those podcast feeds, which is, by the way, before it hits our site. So you're going to get it first. And so I can't wait to take, this interview that we're going to do that Ray, you've already done with the CEO of Wayfair, Nir Shah, and that's going to have its own audio version that gets piped out to the FAM audio stories, and everything else Ray writes is going to end up there. And on top of that, Ray's going to have his own podcast where he gets under the hood, the nitty gritty, down and dirty of the furniture industry. So we're excited.
Nobody more excited than me, Dos Marcos. Nobody.
Hey, Ray, as we bounce out of here, just give us a thought. I mean, you really didn't need to join us, right? I don't know if you thought we were crazy when we called you, or
He probably still
what
thinks that.
And why wouldn't he? But like, what was it as you were giving it your consideration? What made you just kind of go, the hell with it? I'm gonna lock arms with these guys and we're gonna do this. Like, what was the motivation there as we set the stage for you to do your thing inside of the fam?
It was a myriad of things. It wasn't one thing. It was the passion that you could feel. It was tangible. It was the passion for the business. It was the focus. It was metaphors, mattress media. It was great little quick stories, and it was clever, how to slay your holiday sales. And it was not SLAY. And, it was compelling, sneaky, online reviews are really retailers. It's like, it stopped me in my tracks. And I said, you know what? I want to be a part of that. I want to be a track stopper. I don't want to just shovel mediocre content. I want to put stuff out there content that matters with a point of view. That's, I guess, how I described you guys.
There is no greater compliment from any person than what you just said to us. And there's a team behind the fam. I mean, Alex and Adrian and our podcast contributors, the guys from Good Bed, Mike and Jeff. You've got BT, Just Stories with BT is absolutely crushing it. Andrew Matman Schlesser. I mean, and then we've got contributors like, you got contributors like Jeff Shire. So that's the whole point, though. It is the fam. It's a group. It's a community. And the more voices we have that are picking out things that should be covered, and sometimes saying, you know what, this needs to be covered so badly, I've got to say this, I've got to write it. Well, you've got a platform to do that. And we love bringing more people into the fam. And officially, we've got the Godfather as part of the fam. I just felt like there was a puzzle piece missing, and it feels complete now.
Thank you, guys.
No question. If you're going to get into the category, you got to do it the right way. And there's no doubt that Ray is the right way. Ray, show me the paws, man. Show me.
You got the gloves on? The gloves off.
There you go.
I took the gloves off.
Gloves are off, baby. Gloves are off. Ray's going to bring it, and he's going to light it up in the furniture category. Ray, you're the man. We are so grateful you're part of it. Any parting words before you dive into your new role as executive editor at large?
Yeah, I play a lot of music. Well, I would like the content that we create to be like, the amplifier that goes to 11. Baby, we're going to turn it up to 12. I'll leave you with that.
You can bounce on it. Yeah, bounce with it, bounce with it. Bounce with it, bounce with it. All right. What is a hybrid? It's like peanut butter jelly, peanut butter chocolate. Hybrid so tight, there's no way that you could topple it. Hybrid on my wrist, that's a calculator watch. We add ourselves together and we take it up a notch.
Got the airflow, yo, keep you cool as it get. Visco foam alone to make you drip sweat. Get a hybrid mattress, yes, you'll get better rest. Cool and comfortable.
Hybrid like a sweater vest.
You know the game, we're ahead of the sun. Cause the two of us together are way better than one. Cause I'm cool as ice and I'm hot like a heater. Bounce by the ounce, now we got it by the liter.
Well, you take a spring and you wrap it up right. You can sleep so smooth or bounce all night. Put two together, get a whole lot more. Get the feel of the comfort core.
You can bounce on it.
Lay back, you don't have to practice. It's the best thing to happen to your mattress. Get together to do it like I did. Everybody get hybrid.
If you want somebody to get in your vicinity, you probably want to feel a little bit of a hybridity. Foam alone, out of 5, maybe 1 star. Springs and foam, we're taking care of that lumbar. Mad back support, the best way to shack up or just get rest that won't mess your back up. Like a hot chick mixed with a particle physicist or a mullet. Party in the back of the business. Best of both worlds like Mars and Venus. The
Keeping it loose while keeping it tight. We can make you sleep or play all night. Put two together, get a whole lot more. Get the feel of the comfort core.
You can bounce on it.
No stopping when the beat gets played back. Springs keep it popping, foam keeps it laid back. Party over here, get invited. Everybody get hybrid. Sing hybrid.
Listen, doesn't matter if your kitchen is charming when your bedroom's the most important part of the apartment. What kind of bed do you keep back there? Does your girl wanna chill on a beanbag chair? Hell no!
You need springs and foam, cause if that bowling ball don't bounce, you'll be sleeping alone.
And if the bed don't react, then you can't get low.
We got that type of bounce that won't spill your Merlot.
So stick with us and you'll get rewarded.
Cause I'm so gentle
And I'm so supportive.
Hybrid is where the magic is.
and we just killed a song about mattresses.